Hey, Thor, 3. Let's get into murder.
Welcome back to 8-Bit Entertainment. Captain Paul here with my co-host Fajardo. What's going on, Fajardo?
Hey, what's up, boys?
And my other co-host down below, Goon the Bearded. What's going on there, my friend?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
So, this is an artist I've never heard of. I don't think Fajardo has either. So, Goon, since you're the one who suggested this, why don't you kind of give us a little bit of a backdrop of this artist and the track itself?
Yeah, he's from the UK. He typically is in that political realm of hip hop, more uplifting sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In that,
What's his name?
in that stratosphere, Akala.
Akala. Okay.
Yeah. So he's a brilliant man, like smart, highly educated, high IQ type guy. He actually does TED Talks and other speeches and whatnot across the world. So very intelligent man, and look forward to hearing what you guys think.
Shoot. Looking forward to getting into it. So, without any further ado, Akala, the Thieves Banquet. Let's get into it.
Once upon a time, in an obscure part of the Milky Way galaxy, there was a spinning ball of water and rock, ruled by the forces of evil. The devil himself, proud of the magnificent achievements of his children, decided to call a special banquet for the greatest thieves in all the land. He sent invites to thousands of the greatest murderers, rapists, and general assorted scum, inviting them to attend his palace at the dawn of the new moon. Each thief would be given a chance to stake his claim as the greatest messenger of murder upon the planet, and the devil himself would then decide who should be crowned king. After many days of deliberating, all of the petty thieves, such as street criminals, have been found far short of the required level of wickedness, and there were just 4 sets of thieves left in the competition. They were the monarchs of empire, a cartel of bankers, the heads of religious orders, and the third world dictators. Each set of thieves appointed a spokesman to give his case to the devil. We have recorded these events for posterity. Listen. Okay. Yo. First up was the thief with the worst reputation, dictator with the third world nation. He looked the devil in the eyes, he spoke in an oh so serious tone. Dear Mr. Devil, I am the greatest thief that ever has been on earth. Please tell me who else, more than me, personifies your work. I came to power in a military coup. I murdered the elected president. He wanted to use the resources of our country for our people's benefit. I proved the masters in the West, I could kill my own people as well as the best. So I took over the so-called independent country when the foreigners left. Sent squads of death for those who would suggest in power should be the ones they elect. Erected a statue of the great man that raped our mothers, stole our lands. That's how little self-respect I have. Don't fight slavery, it makes me glad. Account in Switzerland, Rolls Royce, murder or rape cause I want new toys. Don't want a portion, a whole fortune. With that profit was a little bit of torture. Even outlawed my indigenous culture and language and history, and taught our people to only worship colonizers, and of course, me.
It's the banquet of the thief. Come dine with me. It's the banquet of the thief.
The devil was so impressed with this wonderful man, you almost ejaculated on his hands, but the monarch of the empire said, "Excuse me, Mr. Devil, I'd like to speak if I may. Who do you think trained this amateur dictator to behave this way? Yeah, I'm sure before I came along, his country was far from heaven, but look at the carnage I've caused all over the earth. It's got to be the work of the devil. Countless deaths, mass enslavement, deliberate starvation of whole nations. The dictator tries his best, but looking at me, he's just an imitation. Who do you think pays his wages? He would love to be trading places. I've been doing this thing on the roads way back since the middle of ages. Everybody knows he's a criminal element. They think I'm democratic and benevolent, and that shows that I'm really devilish, cause people think I'm heaven sent. I couldn't care about democracy. You all know no one elected me. The people love me despite my crimes. Sucker MCs wanna bite my shine. So bling and out of control, you would vomit. Don't even touch dough, but my face is on it.
It's the banquet of the thief.
I'm gonna pause it because there's a lot being said there. We usually don't pause, but I don't know if you guys are fine with that. But there's a lot being
Perfectly
said
fine.
there. And
But,
so, I mean, Fajardo, what did you think of that first verse with the third world dictator?
I mean, honestly, it was really good. And the message didn't get lost. Honestly, I feel like they should have like the intro, the long speech, whatever. They
Mhm.
should have made that a verse, like in a certain way or whatever the case is. So that way, it's like the whole track is a track, but that intro can drive people away because it's so long.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have to say, man, like, the painting of the picture, that's a big thing for me with music. Especially if you're going to do something, like, politically
Hmm.
motivated. I thought it was funny how they intertwine with one another, right? About the third world dictator, going on about how these terrible actions he's done, and then like the monarchs are like, well, where do you think he learned all that from? Like it's just it was
A truth
it was
moment.
definitely a very truthful and deep track, and it kind of is it's
So
sad in a
far.
way if you think about it. Yeah, it's sad in a way if you think about it.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
100% sad.
but let's just keep going.
Yeah.
The banquet of the thieves.
I'm a pervert, using the cloak of the clergy, yes, I'm a pervert, using the cloak. I'm a despicable character. I use my position of authority
So I'm not trying to
and
laugh.
spiritual reverence.
Through
I'm a despicable character. Mr. Devil, allow me to speak. All the religious leaders that leech in the word of creeps. I'm initiated, take people's faith and I dissipate it with false promises. Hollow oratory, don't need a gun, just daylight robbery. Dear Mr. Devil, I thought you would like it. I use a faith in God to keep them blinded. On a nice voice, read them a book, and they believe that I'm not a crook. Tell them God will repay them in the neck. They give me their life savings so I can buy jets. All the reports about child sex. None of us have ever gone jail yet. The system of stealing, so appealing, convinces the victims that life has meaning. Monarchs boast about conquest, but needed my blessings to get it done. And all of the dictators use my books, therefore they are just my sons. The devil was sure this was the winner and was just about to put an end to the dinner. But then the man from the banking cartel stepped up and said, I think I'm the biggest sinner. All of those three depend on me. All they ever do is defending me. Cause I paid for all of the things they have, of course, and the life that they need. Paid for the guns, bombs and the tanks. That's why you see there is always more. I turn science, basic appliance into a client of weapon of war. Paid for monarchies, armed robberies. I make monopolies out of property. Never shot a gun nor kill anyone myself, but billions die cause of me. Who needs a threat? I make a debt out of thin air. Just sit back and collect every single day whatever they say. The people need me just to connect, yet none of them knows what I look like. Yet all of them spend my money to look nice. They want more, no one's pure. I hold the keys to every single door. Sell sex and drugs, profit and lies. Earth and skies, I even sell life, I even sell freedom for the right price. They're not smart enough to ask me nice. So Mr. Devil, give me the medal, don't be biased. If you don't give it to me, I'll just buy it.
Wow.
It's the banquet of the thieves. Come and dine with me. It's the banquet of the thieves. The banquet of the thieves. It's the banquet of the thieves.
I gotta pause that. I'm sorry. There's just a lot being said there. And I will say he delivers it in a very
Smooth.
digestible and smooth way. Like the clergy and with religious leaders, that's definitely spitting some facts there because you have people abusing religion to do evil deeds, right? And they get away with it because they're protected by those
By God.
sects. Not by God. They're protected by man-made and man-run organizations to get away with that. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And to me, he's saying a lot of truth here. And then even with the baking, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's hard. So that one's hard for me, right? Because there's a lot of truth in being said. But I'm like, do you blame the person giving out the money, or do you blame the person actually committing those deeds? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I think there is definitely a gray area there where they're kind of an accomplice to a lot of these evil, tragic things. But I kind of want to know what your thoughts were on the those last couple verses.
Um, how you call it? As far first of all, the whole man of the cloth thing was fire,
Mm,
right? A lot of truths being said, whether people choose to believe it or not. All right.
mm,
Um, how you call it? But those last verse were like so. It put that knife in your gut, and you're like, oh, ow, ow, and
mm.
he kind of twisted it, and you're like, fuck. It hit hard. Yeah, no, that I really like that, and I mean, I'm getting the point. It's very smooth. The beat is a beat is allowing him to tell his story.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
not
So
crowding him in a way. What did you think,
yeah,
Goon?
Oh, it's just crazy how all these different sects are all intertwined through money, power, violence. You know what I'm saying? It's just all the way down the list. And yeah, I mean, this song in particular is fantastic. I love how he's blending all, the dictator, everything together, and I don't know, it's just very well done. Like I said at the beginning, he's so intelligent. He's like a whenever you listen to one of his tracks, it's like a rap song history book. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You're always learning something when you're listening to him or whatever the case may be.
this
That's,
this takes a special type of artist. I will
hmm
fully say that. Like there's
Mhm.
not many artists that are willing to speak about these type of topics and say it in such a profound way. You know what I'm trying to like?
Yeah.
There's some people that tackle these subjects and don't do them justice, and I don't know the delivery and the way he's going about it. Not to cut you off, I think it's just
No, you're good.
extremely good.
yeah. He was just really raw with the way he has his views.
Mm,
Really raw. Like I said before, um, saying things that people kind of shine away from because it's morally incorrect or
mm,
according to their faith and all this. Like, listen, this is what I see. This is what it is. That's it.
mm,
He's not saying nothing that isn't true. It's just something that a lot of people won't stand up and say because they may get shunned or
mm.
like looked at in a different light. Whatever. People are always scared of
You
what other
know,
people think for no reason.
and to that point, I think he does it, even though like some of what he's saying may be shocking to different classes across the world. I think that he still makes it palatable
Mm.
to those said individuals that may be shocked by what he's saying. So I just think yeah, well done, very well done.
Alrighty, well let's I don't know if there's any further else left in this track, but it's got about a minute left, so keep playing it.
Come and dine with me. It's the banquet of the thieves. The banquet of the thieves.
Good. Is there any more to it? Or is it just writing out the beat? Oh yeah, it's slow right now. Writing out the beat.
Just let that play out because he had some at the end, but guess not. Alrighty, so that was Akala, the Thieves Banquet, and I mean that's not something you play at Christmas parties, so. Um, but
You do if you want everybody to leave or fight.
while Goon jokes are my joke. Faharuto, what did you think?
I gotta give it an 8 for sure. Strong message. Flowed well. I feel they could have done something a little bit different. I do appreciate the information, but the way that they informed you the rest of the way makes you wonder why it didn't start from the beginning like that. Just because they did it so well. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
way they did their verses and they described everything else so well. It's like, why didn't you do that with the intro as well?
Mm.
You know, so
I,
yeah, but overall good.
I mean, I'll do the second one, then Goon can go into it. I'll say for me, I'll give it like an 8.5. Like I think that was a really well done track. I agree with Fajano to a point. It would have been super dope in that intro if you could have made it like a part of the actual track and rapped on that. That would have been pretty fire. But I mean, listen, a lot of ugly truths being spoken about there. A lot about corruption. A lot about the abuse and how human beings inherently treat each other pretty awfully when they're in positions of power. You know, just over the course of time. So there's a lot of good messaging there. And yeah, I'd have to say we did 5, so 8.5. So what do you? What about you there, Goon?
I'm gonna hit it with a 9 on this one. I don't know. Like I said earlier, everything I listen to from him is just damn near perfection, and I don't know. He's from a different country, right? So for some, he's kind of hard to understand. But to me, honestly, it just kind of grows on you because I think Paul and I had a discussion on this in a previous track we had done, and it can take a little while to get adjusted to it, but I mean, overall the track is just phenomenal. So 9 piece.
You know what? I don't know if I'm speaking. I don't want to speak for Vajaro, but for me, that he didn't sound that difficult to understand. At least
Yeah, I
like,
mean it was yeah.
I
He
mean,
was actually really easy to understand because of how he described his description on what he was trying to say.
mm,
Right, like it's you can describe something, but the way you describe it really matters.
mm,
And he described it very well, the different points that he was trying to, and he made sure he emphasized the parts that are real that we all try to kind of like, oh man, we shouldn't be saying that kind of thing, right? And he kind of
mm,
he hit them right at the right spot.
mm. No, I would have to say for me that was a fire track, honestly. So, um, any more thoughts before we get out of here?
No,
Nope.
All right.
You're
So for
good.
8-Bit Entertainment, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And let us know your thoughts down below. What about the messaging in the song? Do you think it was great? Do you think it was blasphemous? I'd be interested to hear any type of perspective on it. And also, give us some suggestions. We're open to any type of music, any type of videos in general. I am Captain Paul. That is Fajardo. And down below is Goon the Bearded. We are 8-Bit Entertainment, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Peace.
peace.